Welcome to a place where the birds tweet, horses stomp their feet and the sheepdogs round up their sheep. Where coal mining was the main industry that kept the people in work to fuel the warmth of families, the power of steam engines, and where children would be threatened with receiving cinders for their birthday presents if they weren't well behaved. Where homes were built from natural resources from the local land and pubs were filled by the end of the working day. Railway Cottage was built before the birth of the first motor car, as well as living on through the 2 world wars. That's why I owe it to this cottage. I owe it the chance to tell its story and show its history inside and out, to take it from its current grotty state to a more mature, proud version of a traditional Welsh structure, and more importantly, a place where one day I can hopefully call home.
Welcome to episode 2 of Railway Cottage, where in this one we're going to be building the first stud wall that's going to box the stairs up and close this room off, all in preparation from when this big beast is about to go.
So, for the newcomers, let's just take a moment to recap. In the previous episode, we mentioned we'll be removing one wall whilst constructing another, all in preparation for this saucy wine rack. However, artistic impressions didn't quite fit the budget of signature builds, so a game such as The Sims would hopefully help you get the idea. As you can see, I'm limited to what I can draw in The Sims, so let's just stare at this Pinterest find for a second. And with that, back to the studio, house. No, wait, building site.
So I've offered the first piece of timber up. Now I'll quickly cut this just to get a rough guide for us to go off. There is a slight thing we've had to take into consideration is the actual stair piece that comes down has been chopped flat there, and on the other side it continues. So for it all to look symmetrical, I've pulled the wall out in line with the other one, and we can piece that in so it all matches. One more thing we're going to have to consider is, if you come round here, so with this wall going up, I only know this from doing a partitioned wall at home. Basically, where the plasterboard's going to meet here, we need to get this line similar, but when this line comes down, I don't want it sat on top of here because then the trim won't match on both sides. And you can nail a bit of wood on to make it look the same, but it's just a nightmare to do, and I learned from the mistake last time. So we're going to put a piece of plasterboard out there, here as like a bit of a packer, and then hopefully it'll finish flush, which we're about to check. So let's just stop waffling and just get the montage going. First of all, we've got this bit of the wall done. I will go into a bit of detail in a minute. I just want to say thanks to my mate Carlos. If you're watching this, mate, thanks for lending me your nail gun. It's saving an absolute bunch of time. The nails are not so cheap though. I've had to buy them, but use of the gun. Cheers, mate, appreciate it. Anyway, what's happening with this wall is we're making this wine rack. So we've put the studs up. Now, we don't know whether to keep the door triangular and whether it's going to be too big, because we've got to incorporate a television on this wall as well. So, if we offer this piece of wood up, at the moment, we're thinking, I mean, that's probably not level, but that will be roughly the return on the piece of wood. So, the stud will then come down here to go finish in line with this, and all that, until this point, will be wine rack, and that'll be log store. But we're just struggling to get the height. I reckon it's just one of those things we're just going to have to do it, and if we don't like it, change it. But yeah, so let's carry on building this wall. You can sort of see what we're going for, and hopefully we'll get there.
And let's stop this episode right here. Join me next time where I promise we expose the rodent's nest in the loft. And most importantly, I give my missus a good old drill. Hammer drill, you dirty. Anyway, consider subscribing. You'll be surprised, it's totally free.